I know I've probably said this like 400 times. I have this huge list of movies to make videos about, and every time I look at it, I'm always like, really? I haven't done that one yet? Like Maze Runner, for example. I mean, I did 3 Barbie movies before Maze Runner? The heck am I even doing on this channel? Maze Runner, the 2014 smash hit movie based on the 2009 smash hit book, based on my own personal experience at Boy Scout camp when I was 12. This is one of those movies I get emails about all the time. Okay, so you know what? Fine. All right, let's do it. Let's watch The Maze Runner. Come along, kids. Let's take a walk. But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Honkai Impact 3rd, Hoyoverse's flagship title and Genshin Impact's companion action role-playing game. A next-gen action RPG with an amazing storyline, immersive dialogue, top-notch voice acting. This game has it all. An epic combination of all your favorite genres like hack and slash, social sim, bullet hell, dungeon crawler. There's a whole lot of game in this game. That sounded way better in my head, but whatever. Anyway, in early 2024, Hoyoverse debuted the game's biggest update, Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2. They've totally renovated the team-based combat system and launched an aerial combat system, which lets you free jump in the air and completely changes how battling works in this game. Along with that, there have been huge upgrades to the animation performance, character models, scenery modeling. The best-looking mobile RPG now looks even better. How do they do it? Now, this new update plays on the idea of shadows. Like there's this new boss fight, Perception, where the boss turns the floor into like a giant mirror and attacks your reflection. So you have to fight it kind of like a bullet hell game. There's also a new S-rank character, Song Chua, who uses shadow attacks and comes with 2 battlesuit forms. Being the new character, this Part 2 story is about her sacrifice. Also, Raiden Mei and Bronya are back, 2 old characters who've come back together for this epic Part 2 story. Please emphasize the word epic. 2 old characters who are coming back together for this epic Part 2 story. And there's a bunch more improvements and additions in this new version that you'll just have to see for yourself. So, click my link down below and use promo code SHADOWSHOW to get a Song Chua trial card and 2,888 asteroid. That is a very specific number. Don't wait, download Honkai Impact 3rd and start playing the new story today. Okay, back to the show. So the movie starts right off with our main character, whose name we don't know yet. And this dude wakes up suddenly in the same kind of cold sweat night terror way that I had going on back in 6th grade when I realized I still had like 3 years of middle school left.
Hey, go get him.
Day one, Greeny.
You know, has anyone had a bigger glow up than Will Poulter? Like, this dude proves that any guy can be at least like a 7 if you get a good haircut, you know what I mean? Now, as you might imagine, our main character guy is a little confused and stressed out because the first thing they do is just throw him in bamboo jail. Oh yeah, sure, I'll definitely hold him. Yep, there's no way this dude and all 7% of his body fat couldn't get his way through this door. So after a little bit of sitting there freaking out, the guy in charge shows up. His name is Albie. And he starts to talk to our little dude here about what even is anything right now.
My name is Albie. Can you tell me your name?
I can't remember anything.
Hey, relax. It happens to us all. You get your name back in a day or 2. It's the one thing they let us keep.
Well, they also let you keep all your hot guy Henley shirts apparently too. So, you know, like seriously, I'm telling you, any guy, I don't care who you are, you hit the gym, you get a good haircut and get like 4 of these kind of shirts, you're set for life. Also, you know none of these dudes have changed their underwear since they got here, okay? Like, this has gotta be the rankest place of all time. Right up there next to the camp from Holes. Cause you know these dudes had a whole lot of funky something going on. Now, a little while later, after like his 4th panic attack, our 2010's dark-haired hot guy main character, which was just all the rage back then, he gets a brief little tour of this camp place they're in, and we learn that every month, this metal elevator comes up from the ground. It gives them supplies and food and stuff, but also every month, one new boy gets sent to the camp. Like this guy, Newt.
To us, the box is sent them once a month with fresh supplies and a new greenie.
Sent up by who, though? Who put us here?
Yeah, that we don't know.
Are you alright, Albie?
Green Bean, meet Newt. When I'm not around, he's in charge.
Well, it's a good thing you're always around then. Listen, that was some dash you made earlier.
I love how there's like just one random British kid, you know, like, are you here on some kind of visa or something? What's going on? I can't tell if this dude is 14 or 24, you know what I mean? Dermatologists hate this one weird trick. And then after this, he gets taken to meet the best character in the whole movie, Chuck.
We wake up in the box, Ali gives us the tour, then here we are. Don't worry, you're already doing better than I did. I clunked my pants 3 times before they got me out of the pit.
You what? But you know, like, this place being all boys all the time would just be like the worst thing I could ever imagine. It's like my old Boy Scout days of going to scout camp and then you spend the entire week sleeping with one eye open, just in case the older boys try to murder you for no reason. Well, you know, boys will be boys. And then it's just them setting a 12-year-old on fire. Now, the other important thing here is this giant wall all around the camp that leads to a huge maze that no one is allowed to enter, apparently.
Hey, Chuck. I thought no one was allowed to leave.
I said we're not allowed to leave. They're different. They're runners. They know more about the maze than anyone.
Oh, they're runners. Of course they are. Just jumping right into the dystopian YA fiction names for every person who does anything ever, right? Hi there, we sit around the campfire because we're the arounders. Oh, hello, we spend our time blowing dandelions because we're the blowers. Okay, yeah, I heard it that time. Yeah, we gotta rethink this. Hi, I'm a runner. Oh wait, don't tell me. You guys are called runners because you run through the maze. Now, we all eat a lot of Taco Bell and just kind of roll the dice, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so that night is a kind of welcome party type thing for our main guy. Yeah, it was like a giant bonfire and a bunch of shenanigans happening. But now, remember this guy from earlier who's being all like, day one greedy? So for whatever reason, he just has it out for our main dude, right? And just keeps up that frat boy welcome hazing that every guy thinks they have to do for some reason, you know? Because guys like can't just be friends, you know? Every guy friend group is like 6 dudes who all think that they're the featured guest on a Comedy Central celebrity roast.
Huh? What do you say, Greenie? Wanna see what you're made of? Okay. All right. The rules are simple, Greenie. I try to push you out of the circle. You try and last more than 5 seconds.
You won't last 5 seconds playing this game. Don't tell your wife about this game. Just kidding. She's been playing for 4 months now. Check your credit card statement. So they're kind of like for a while, and our main guy gets thrown to the ground, hits his head, and suddenly has like a Jimmy Neutron brain blast.
Thomas. Thomas. Hey! Thomas! I remember my name. I'm Thomas!
Now, as the movie goes on, Thomas is getting more and more interested in this maze wall place thing. Every day, a couple runners go in and out, and at night, the doors close, but then there's like weird noises coming out of it.
No one's ever survived the night in the maze. What happens to them? Well, we call them Grievers.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course you call them Grievers. Why wouldn't you? So eventually the movie finally gets going somewhere when Albie and this guy, Minho, go running into the maze. And long story short, they aren't going to make it out before the door closes because Albie got hurt somehow. Idiot. That's right. Now Minho, a nearly dead Albie, and Captain Adam's apple over here are all stuck in the maze together for the night.
We gotta go. Wait. What are you talking about? We gotta do something. We gotta hide him. Where? I don't know. Well, just think. You tell me that there's not a single place we can take him?
Wait. What? Shuck face?
Listen to my shuck face, all right?
Hey, come on, man. You know I'm sensitive about that. But anyway, so just to summarize here, they end up surviving and actually killing one of the Grievers, which we find out are actually these, like, crazy robot spiders. The heck kind of summer camp is this? But like I said, they get one of them squashed up real good in the walls, and they take this weird metal thing out of its body. And then when they get back out, guess who's having some feelings about all this for no reason?
And now our Greenie here is taking it upon himself to go into the maze, which is a clear violation of our rules here.
Yeah, but he saved Albie's life.
Did he?
Also, how come he gets to lose his baby fat in his face, but not me, huh? This dude shows up day one looking like this, meanwhile I got cheeks like ham taro? How's that even fair? So like, okay, here's the situation right now. Thomas is going into the maze even though he's not a runner. Albie's been attacked by a Griever and now he has some kind of viral infection thing. And if that wasn't enough, guess what else happens?
Luke, what do you see? See it?
It's a girl.
What?
Oh man, this girl has no idea what she's walking into. This place smells worse than any Magic the Gathering tournament and just like 30 dudes being like, where's my hug? Like 4 times a day. Anyway, so she comes up in the box and promptly passes out. But when she wakes up, somehow she ends up on top of this watchtower thing, freaking out, as you might expect.
Leave me alone!
Hey! Throw one more of those things.
Go away! Come with me!
What happened? Just duck. I don't think she likes us very much.
What do you want?
Hey, look, we just want to talk.
I'm warning you!
Oh, take cover, y'all. Take.
I just love how she brings the entire camp to their knees in fear by like throwing apples and cheese at them. Like, what is happening right now? So this girl's named Teresa, and she kind of sort of knows Thomas, but like not really because her memory's gone, right? But she has these 2 vials in her pocket, and they decide to use one of them on Albie because he's gonna die anyway, so why not? And then what do you know? He wakes up totally fine, except just kidding, no he's not.
Can't leave. They won't let us.
What are you talking about?
I remember. You're always their favorite, Thomas. Why did you do this? Why did you come here?
Well, mystery. And while this is all happening, Thomas is made an official runner, which means he finally gets to know the truth about the maze.
It's the maze. All of it. There's nothing left to map. I've run every inch of it myself. Every cycle, every pattern. If there was a way out, we would have found it by now.
Yeah, so turns out they've already mapped the whole maze and there's no exit they can find. But they've been lying about this to everyone at camp to avoid some kind of like mass panic, you know what I mean? However, the thing they pulled out of the Griever has a big 7 on it, so they decide to head back into the maze and go to section 7 to see if they can find anything, which they do, if you can believe that.
How was that?
Now, right that moment, this alarm starts going off and everything gets all crazy. Like the floor starts opening up, the walls are spinning around, and this will definitely be important later, okay? So just keep all this in the back of your head, right next to that thing that girl used to make fun of you for, and now you've been insecure about it for like 10 years. Now, when they get back to camp, though, things get even more weird because all the doors to the maze open up and stay open during the night, which means the Grievers come out and attack the camp, which is kind of a bummer.
What's going on?
They're here.
Grievers? Thomas, what do we do?
Oh, hey, don't worry, guys. You're all gonna be fine. Trust me, the Grievers only attack ugly characters, apparently. Except Albie, though. He's gone.
Thomas, get them up.
And then, like, right in the middle of all of this, Thomas just kind of decides that he wants to remember everything, too. So he stabs himself with a Griever thing, and they use the other antidote on him, and now he remembers everything.
Teresa, why are we doing this?
Excellent, Thomas. Come with me. Thomas, wicked is good.
So, the story goes that Thomas and Teresa were part of this company that had been experimenting on kids. Except these two were part of the company itself, so it's kind of weird that they would be here in this camp with the other kids, since the camp is like part of the testing that they're doing. So, after surviving the night, somehow, Thomas, Teresa, and all the important characters, except this guy, they all team up to go back into the maze and back to that place that we saw earlier, remember that?
Once we're through, it'll activate, and the door will open. All right, we stay close, we stick together, we get through this. We get out now, or we die trying.
Hey, I don't think we need that last part there, Thomas. Either we'll succeed or we'll be horribly ripped apart by giant spiders, so come on, kids, let's go. Anyway, so they finally get all the way back to that place, like I said, except everything's fine now. The floor is like normal and the door just opens right up, no problem. So like, what the heck was this then? Did Thomas just like not have enough friendship the first time? But hey, whatever. Anyway, so they fight off some Grievers, they all get through the sphincter of friendship, and that's when things start getting really weird.
Seriously?
So they make their way through the door and into this destroyed, rundown science lab place with cameras that have been watching them the whole time, apparently. And that's when we learn the truth about what's really going on here.
My name is Dr. Ava Page. If you're watching this, that means you've successfully completed the maze trials. But the sun has scorched our world. What came after was worse. We called it the flare, a deadly virus that attacks the brain. Incurable, or so we thought.
That's right, don't let flare-ups stop you from doing rhythmic gymnastics in your backyard. Take back control of your life with Mazonex.
In time, a new generation emerged that could survive the virus. The young would have to be tested, even sacrificed inside harsh environments where their brain activity could be studied. All in an effort to understand what makes them different.
We wanted to study your brain, so we made a bunch of giant robot demon spiders. This is a heck of a movie, man. However, just as they're about to escape, guess who shows up?
No.
Gally?
Don't. He's been stung.
We can't leave.
We did. Gally, we're out.
Free?
Okay, so this being YouTube, I gotta be a little euphemistic, but this guy has a projectile device, and Minho happens to have a spear javelin thing, right? So he throws the spear at the guy right at the same moment he shoots and hits Chuck, of all people. The best character in the movie? Okay, rude.
Hey, Chuck, come on! Come on, wake up.
This is like when the dog dies at the end of a movie, you know? Like, why you gotta be like this? And then they get saved, question mark, by some mysterious ski mask people and put on a helicopter, and it seems like everything is finally over, except there's like 2 more of these movies, so it's probably not.
I wasn't expecting so many survivors, but the more the merrier. Thomas continues to surprise and impress. And for now, they seem to have taken the bait. It's time now to begin Phase 2.
And that's where the first Maze Runner movie comes to an end. You know, as corny and cheesy as most of them were, there really was something with these like 2010s dystopian movies, you know? Every studio greenlit like 5 of these all at the same time. But like, what a time that was, you know? I kind of miss those days. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one, because that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because like that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about. Also, if you have any movies or TV shows you'd like to recommend, send me an email at alexmeyerscontact@gmail.com, and I'll put them on my absurdly long list of movies that I need to get to at some point. Anyway, hope I made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you all next time.